What's up, everybody? Welcome back to What They Teach You in High School. Hey, today we're talking about the federal budget. And if you need to know one thing about the federal budget, it's that if it doesn't get passed by October 1st, then you're headed for a government shutdown. Welcome back to What They Teach You in High School. So phase one of the budget process actually starts in year zero for the budget for year one. And in that time, the president, utilizing the Office of Management and Budget, establishes what they think are the priorities for the budget for the following year. They start in May in negotiations, and by January, the budget's been prepared and the president comes out to speak to the entire nation in the State of the Union, where the president will establish the budget priorities and request Congress to act. Once Congress knows what the president's priorities are, they then craft their own budget resolution. And you only need a resolution when you got a problem. But regardless of who's in office, a Republican or a Democrat, and who runs the Congress, Republicans or Democrats, inevitably there's going to be a problem. The budget resolution process shakes out by going to each of the 20 committees to establish just exactly what is needed from each government agency and department. Once these 20 committees come together and establish what they need, these bills get built into what are called appropriations bills, and there are 12 of them. Each of the 12 appropriations bills are here. You'll notice that they fund major departments within the United States federal government. So phase one, the president establishes the budget, and phase two, the Congress crafts a budget resolution. Those are the easy ones. Phase three is where it gets tricky. So essentially you have two options. You can fund the government by passing each of the 12 appropriations bills listed here. The challenging part is that if each of those bills gets passed on an individual basis, then that means each of those bills has to be debated and nitpicked and then debated on the floor and nitpicked on the floor before the House of Representatives even votes on it. If the Congress can't pass those 12 appropriations bills in time, then often what happens is they pass what's called a continuing resolution. A continuing resolution essentially funds the government for a shorter period of time at the levels that it was funded at the previous year. This allows the Congress to essentially kick the can down the road while they hammer out the more established and concrete year-long budget. The federal government's budget runs from October to October, and so all of these bills, whether you pass the appropriations bills or the continuing resolution, something has to be passed by both the House of Representatives and the Senate and signed by the Congress before October 1st, or the government shuts down. Essentially, what we have going is the House of Representatives have passed exactly 0 appropriations bills, and the Senate has been trying to pass a continuing resolution, but it just got kicked over to the House of Representatives, where they declined to even examine the bill and vote on it. Right now, the reason that the news is telling you that there's likely going to be a government shutdown is because the House of Representatives, which is run by Republicans, has about 221 members. You need 218 members to vote on behalf of any bill for it to pass. So the Republicans theoretically have enough people in their party to vote on any bill that they would like to see pass. The problem is there's a small group of Republicans who are not altogether that impressed with the Republican wins thus far in Congress. And so in an effort to make sure that their agenda gets passed, they are holding up the process of voting for a continuing resolution, that big yes or no vote to fund the government. Essentially what that means is the Republicans are voting no, just like the Democrats are going to vote no in the House of Representatives on a bill that is very Republican in nature because the Republicans run the House. Now on the other side, the Senate is currently run by Democrats, and they want to make sure that Joe Biden's agenda gets passed to the best of their ability. And so in an effort to make the process seamless, they passed one continuing resolution with about 20 Republican support in order to fund the government here before October 1st. The problem is that the House of Representatives, who want to pass 12 appropriations bills, have to get each of those bills passed in the Senate run by Democrats. And that is very, very unlikely. In fact, it's not going to happen. And meanwhile, the Senate is attempting to pass their continuing resolution, but that is dead on arrival in the House of Representatives because the Republicans there don't want to support the Senate bill that's crafted by Democrats. And herein lies the problem. What's more, the House of Representatives, all of their agenda is managed by the Speaker of the House. That's Kevin McCarthy. He's a Republican. And Kevin McCarthy won't bring a continuing resolution from the Senate to the floor to be voted on. So there's one alternative. The House of Representatives can attempt to gather 218 signatures to pass what's called a discharge petition. And that allows the House of Representatives to bypass the Speaker's agenda and bring a bill to the floor. The problem is there's only 212 Democrats, and so they need at least 6 Republicans to sign on to a discharge petition. And I don't know 6 Republicans who are willing to take a picture with 212 Democrats, let alone sign their name on a document claiming that these guys are all right. And so the reality is we're likely headed for a government shutdown on Sunday, October 1st. It's anyone's guess who's going to be blamed for this shutdown. Is it going to be the Democrats and Joe Biden, or is it going to be Republicans and Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy? No one exactly knows, but everyone's in fear that they might be blamed, and therefore they're working hard to get the government to keep running. But that's not entirely true of everyone. Some people are more than happy to see the government shut down. They believe that the government funding is wasteful spending, and therefore they'd rather see the government shut down than continue to watch taxpayer dollars be wasted on programs they don't like. So regardless if you think that the Republicans are right or the Democrats are right, go ahead and leave a comment below. What do you think is going to happen when the government shuts down? Do you think that the Republicans are going to fold and pass a continuing resolution that's more influenced by Democrats? Or do you think the Democrats are going to fold in the Senate and pass bills that cut spending that the Republicans in the House of Representatives want? Love to hear from you guys. Please share this information with everyone that you know. Let them know if they're curious about the government shutdown, they can watch What They Teach You in High School. As always, thanks for tuning in. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Hit the little bell button so you know I'm coming next time. We'd love to see you guys back here on What They Teach You in High School. Have a great day. Peace.